natin yung mga, and we record this for our reference purposes. Okay? So, again, maraming salamat po for joining with us. Thank you so much, marketing partners and International Sales Associate, for joining with us tonight. So, of course, this is Sellers Training Program. We will do it every Monday of the week. Okay? So, that will be our schedule. And during Fridays naman of the week as well, it will be business and kumbaga yung ating webinar for project presentation na for our clients na. All right? So ayan, na-miss ko kayo dito sa ating mga training. So syempre last leg na or last quarter of the year na, we need to push more sales. Okay? And this will help us to understand better para maintindihan din natin, no, na how to explain to clients if they are kumbaga naguguluhan pa or not yet clear with them which property they wanted to choose. And of course, we need to check as well their budget. So ito po ay makakatulong sa kadagdag kaalaman ng para sa lahat. All right? So before we proceed to the topic itself, okay, I'd like to start off po muna ng, of course, a quote coming from Thomas Edison. Okay, ayan, no? May nakikita nyo sa screen. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Okay, the most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Actually, this is one of my core mantras. Okay, so sa lahat naman, no, hindi lang mismo katulad dito kay SMDC, sa buhay din, if we give up, okay, that is already, kumbaga, tingin mo wala nang pag-asa, di ba? That is all parang you lose already the battle. All right? Pero if you keep trying hard, no, on my personal experience, may mga pagkakataon na maraming tayong mga rejections, okay? Siyempre nakaka-depress din 'yon, nakakalungkot, no? It's like for example, we have like I had like 10 meetings, and doon sa 10 meetings natin, 10 clients natin is lahat rejections, no? Lahat pag-iisipan pa, lahat hindi pa nag-designs. Minsan nakakapagod, 'di ba? But every time I read this, okay, this quotation coming from Thomas Edison. Of course, we all know Thomas Edison is one of the greatest inventors, no, of all time. He had, I believe, almost 1,000 patents, no, under his name. So we just keep pushing, we just keep getting up, no, and also every time there is kumbaga rejections in life, no, we just try to move on, pahinga tayo, pero we will not give up. All right? So for all of us here, no, yan ang kailangan natin gawin. And we all know, andyan katulad ni Miss Jules and some of the mga business partners natin, si Sir Julix, si Miss Marie, no, na always every day doing their, of course, their separate jobs versus their yung sa SMDC, okay, they keep on pushing very hard to share itong ating opportunity sa real estate. So ayan po, no, sana makapulot tayo ng magandang aral dito sa quotation ni Thomas Edison. So ayan, thank you so much. And of course, let's move on to our next slide. Ayan, I have a very good news para po sa atin kay SMDC. All right? So this one is a short video clip again. All right? So let's congratulate ourselves. Okay? Hindi, kumbaga, yung brand natin is recognized again. This is another feat from SMDC. Ayan, okay. So again, all right. So it's been 4 years straight already that SMDC has been announced as the Developer of the Year. All right? So let's congratulate ourselves and lahat ng mga investors natin, no? They're really happy that, of course, ito pong ating brand is hindi lang kumbaga nagbubuhat ng sariling bangko. But we've been awarded by Dot Property Philippine Awards, the most prestigious award-giving body in terms of real estate sa Philippines, ousting, of course, the names of major players like RLC, of course, RLC Robinsons, Ayala Land, Nomega World, Philinvest. So lahat po yan, no, na-oust natin. And as a matter of fact, as marami din tayong properties, as you've seen the video clip, no, marami tayong properties na nabigyan din ng award. Okay? And some of the properties na nabigyan ng award, I will be also discussing later on. Okay? So ayan. So if you're having technical difficulties, please let me know. Sa type lang natin, no, sa type lang natin sa chat box, wag tayong mahiya. Okay? Because this is a training itself. So again, if you are already an accredited SMDC business partner, di ba? Hindi nakakahiyang i-represent yung company natin. So this is a world-class company. All right? Okay, yan. So we will be, which is very proud, no? Been here in the SMDC for almost 10 years, no? Nag-start po ako as an investor, but as a property specialist, ayan, maglilibang taon na tayo kay SMDC. And every year, okay, I feel very proud to represent our brand. Kasi nga, meron, hindi tayo kumbaga nagbubuhat ng sariling bangko na as the best developer. Okay, meron tayong award as a proof. Okay, yan. Right, so let's move forward. Okay, so now we will get into the topic. All right, kasi usually, ito po, no, para sa mga business partners na naririto, most of the clients, okay, syempre kung tatanungin mo, kahit kayo din naman, kung gusto mo bumili ng property or ng bahay or lupa, or let's go specific, no, sa bahay itself. All right, gusto mo yung tapos na. 'Di ba? Gusto mo yung gawa na. Gusto mo yung nakikita na, gusto mo yung magagamit na. All right? But we don't explain to the client kung ano yung kapalit noon, kung ano yung dapat prepared sila if they are, kumbaga, gusto nilang kumuha ng ready for occupancy, which is like in front of your screen, no? ang term natin dyan minsan RFO. All right, yan, ready for occupancy. So yung ganung mga klaseng mga topics. Okay, so ngayon hihimayin natin, all right, ano ba yung advantage ng pre-selling and disadvantage ng pre-selling versus the ready for occupancy. Okay, para at least mabigyan nyo din ng mga ideas yung mga client niyo if meron kayong mga questions that arise from your while sharing this SMDC opportunity. Okay, so first let's talk about yung status. All right, of course pag sinabi natin status, of course yung building itself. Okay, syempre sa pre-selling, all right, wala pa. Actually, sa pre-selling, siguro, no, it depends kung paano nyo naabutan yung pre-selling. Siguro, wala pang groundbreaking, no? Talahiban pa, may mga puno pa, di ba? Kumbaga, bakod pa lang ang meron doon. Okay? So, meron naman ibang pre-selling, meron ng groundbreaking, alright? Meron ng, kumbaga, naumpisahan na magkaroon ng blessing doon sa property or doon sa land itself, no? So may mga ganyan, may mga ganyang klaseng pre-selling, but to be specific with the property itself, zero talaga, hindi mo pa talaga magagamit, no? Physically speaking, wala pa talaga. But for the ready for occupancy, of course, it's 100% constructed na, no? Minsan konting tweaks na lang or konting gagawin mo na lang, no? Nandyan na siya. All right? So pagdating sa status, syempre advantage yan is yung ready for occupancy. Magagamit mo na kagad, or kung nandito man tayo sa di ba, nandito naman tayo sa abroad, yung mga family natin sa Pilipinas, magagamit na kagad nila. So ayan po ang pagdating sa status. Now, let's talk about sa turnover. Okay? Sa pre-selling, usually ang turnover ng pre-selling is 2 to 5 years. Ayan, pag kay SMDC, usually meron pang 6 years. Alright, lalo na doon sa mga matataas ang presyo. Okay, ginagawa ni SMDC 6 years para much flexible para sa mga buyer. Kasi pag ginawa natin 6 years, yung payment terms niya, no, i-divide natin, no, sa like 60 months, no? So mga ganung klase, ganung katagal na payment terms, all right? Pagdating naman kay ready for occupancy, usually kay SMDC po, no, pag-usapan natin si SMDC. Ang pinaka minimum po na for ready for occupancy kay SMDC is 3 months, which is 90 days. Yun yung tinatawag natin ng 90 days EOP. Alright? So, yan po yung pagdating kay SMDC, 3 months. Kasi nga, kailangan pa natin tapusin yung paperworks. Alright? May mga kailangan pa for bank financing. So, i-check pa lahat yan bago natin ma-fully occupy yung property itself. Okay, so let's move forward. Pagdating naman sa presyo, ito pinaka-importanting natin pag-uusapan. Of course, si pre-selling, alright, mas mababa yung price niya and also may mga discounts pa and promo. Alright? Pagdating naman kay ready for occupancy, ayan, medyo mataas na yung presyo niya. Nag-appreciate na kasi siya. Imagine, nag-start siya on the pre-selling stage tapos natapos siya, okay, in a span of how many years. So nag-appreciate na tumaas na yung value niya. So makikita natin ngayon, okay, based on experience na lang din, all right? Makikita natin yung ready for occupancy. Pwede tayo magtanong dyan, ma'am, sir, magkano po nag-start yan yung pre-selling yung property ninyo? Okay? Usually, ang nangyayari after 10 years, nagdodoble yung presyo, which happened, okay, to me as well. All right, based on our experience, kami po ay kumuha ng condominium. As mentioned, no, I started with SMDC as an investor way back 2013. No, kumuha po kami ng condominium sa Princeton Residences, which is in Quezon City. Sa New Manila po ito, ano? Ang presyo po dyan ng lupa is very pricey sa New Manila. But way back 2013, kinuha po namin yung property namin around 2.5 million. But right now, okay, chinek namin kung magkano na ang presyo niya kay SMDC. Kay SMDC lang to, ang presyo na niya is around 4.5 million pesos. So ibig sabihin, wala ka na makukuha na 2.5 million doon sa Princeton Residences right now. Okay? So usually ganyan po yung nagiging trend. Alright? Pagdating sa pre-selling, kaya karamihan po ng mga investors kinukuha is pre-selling kasi mas nakakatipid sila. And also may mga promos din, no? Lalo na during the time of pandemic. Okay? Nagkaroon po ng napakagandang mga payment terms si SMDC and mabababa po yung interest rate at that time but in terms of bank financing. Kaya madami pong kumuha noong time na yon. But right now, okay, nagba-bounce back na ang economy natin. But still, si SMDC, nagbibigay pa rin tayo ng mga discounts and promotions, which I will be discussing later on dun sa mga push projects natin. Okay? Ngayon, pagdating naman sa down payment, alright, si pre-selling, lower DP, mas ibig sabihin lower down payment and long term. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo kailangan maglabas ng malaking pera agad-agad. Alright? Pero pagdating naman kay ready for occupancy, of course, mas mataas na siya kasi nga, tapos na yung property mo at shorter terms na. Okay? So, mas malaki na yung kailangang cash output mo. Alright? So, yun ang advantage din pag down payment. If you have, kumbaga, still obligations to other investment, okay? Or may mga binabayaran pa tayong mga loans, but still, nakita mo yung opportunity or yung magandang promotions ni SMDC, hindi mo kailangan maglabas ng malaking pera. Alright? So, yan po yung advantage, okay, pagdating sa mga pre-selling. Unlike gusto mo ng tirahan, okay, nandyan na yung property, pero wala ka namang capacity to pay, okay, so hindi pwede po yung ating ready for occupancy. Kasi kung imagine, no, it makes sense din naman. Imagine if yung mga ready for occupancy ay mabababa na ang presyo. Di ba marami nang kumuha ng property? But it's not the case. Okay? So kaya ang maraming kumukuha, like myself, no, pre-selling ang kinukuha natin. Kasi nga, syempre, di ba, katulad ng mga OFWs, so kailangan natin syempre magtabi din for emergency. Meron tayong kumbaga extra income or disposal para sa ating investment. So yung ganun yung usually strategy na ina-advise natin sa mga clients. Alright? So ayan po yung advantage pagdating sa down payment. Now, sa availability, okay? Sa pre-selling, makakapili ka pa. Alright? Pag gusto mo for example, okay, may client si Miss Cherry. Sinabi nung client ni Miss Cherry, Jobs, gusto kong view is swimming pool view o yung parang amenity view. O di ba? Pag pre-selling, makakapili pa tayo. May mga available units pa. Okay? So depende sa minsan may yung mga tayong mga Filipino, mahilig din sa mga feng shui. Jobs, gusto ko naman yung pag bukas ko ng bintana, sunrise. 'Di ba? Yung mga ganong klase. So, ganyan ang advantage pagdating sa pre-selling. Pero, kapag RFO na, alright, minsan, wala na. Ubus na yung unit. At minsan, hindi ka na makakapili. Ang mapipili mo na lang minsan yung mga canceled units na. Okay? O yung tinatawag nating IWI, AIWI o as is where is. Okay? Kung ano yung itsura nung condominium kasi nga na-cancel na yung tenant doon or yung client doon, yun na lang yung mga mabibili natin. Okay? So wala tayong choice in short. All right? So katulad nga noong client ni Miss Jules, I remember. Okay, Sir Jobs, meron pa bang available sa Tagaytay? O, di ba? O, meron pa, pero penthouse, okay? Which is like close to around 14 million. O, di ba? So, kung gusto niya na Sir Jobs, gusto niya lang one bedroom. Unfortunately, sold out. Okay? So, yun po yung disadvantage kapag yung ready for occupancy. No? Minsan talagang wala ng availability. Okay? Kaya the best talaga is to get on the pre-selling stage pa lang. Makapili na tayo yung unit na gusto natin. Yung mga floors, okay? If you have favorite number, ayan, baka pwede pa nating makuha yan. Okay? So, that's the about availability. Now, let's proceed, okay, sa requirements. Okay? Pagdating naman sa requirements, ayan, pag sa kay pre-selling, chill lang tayo. Alright? Relax lang tayo to follow. To follow lang yan. Like the BIR, no, the TIN, no, the marriage certificate, okay, the IDs, okay. So lahat 'yan to follow lang. Basta importante, kabayad na tayo ng property natin. Okay? And pagdating naman kay ready for occupancy, kailangan immediate kasi hindi mo matitirahan talaga yung property mo unless otherwise kumpleto yung requirements or nire-require ng developer. Ayan, eh paano kunyari, 'di ba? Kailangan din nila ng TIN, all right? Eh since wala tayo sa Pilipinas, hindi tayo makakapag-apply, ibang developer, okay? Hindi nila ina-accept or inaayos yung TIN ng client. But kay SMDC, no, tayo na rin po nag-aayos nun. Okay, kung wala pang TIN si client, si SMDC na po ang bahala nun, free of charge. Okay, yun po yung kagandahan. All right, so yan po yung differences, no, ng pagdating sa requirements. Ngayon, of course, the main question is, which one is better? Okay? Ano ba yung mas maganda talaga? Pre-selling or ready for occupancy? Okay? For you, no, for our participants here, I wanted to check po what's your insight. Okay? Ano po yung sa tingin nyo mas maganda? Can you type in your answers po sa chat box, okay? Para at least malaman natin kung lahat is nakikinig. So I want your participation po. RFO po ba or pre-selling? Okay? I want to check yung ating chat box. Ayan, si Miss Jules, pre-selling daw. Okay? So, how about the others? Pre-selling or RFO? Para po sa inyo, pre-selling. Yan. Thank you so much, no, sa mga nagpa-participate. Okay? So, let's go back to the question. Thank you so much, Sir Jay. And let's go back to the question. Which one is better? The answer is no. May susunod dapat na tanong. Kamusta ba yung budget mo? All right. Ayan. Thank you so much for everyone for your answer. Ano ba yung budget mo? Okay. Kung ang budget mo is hindi mo kaya pang maglabas ng malaking pera, of course, nababagay sa'yo is pre-selling. Okay? Ibig sabihin, no, gustong-gusto mo nang kumuha na ng property like what we did, me and my wife did 10 years ago. Gusto namin kumuha ng property pero wala pang ganong kalaking ipon. Okay, nakita namin yung opportunity na binibigay ni SMDC na ay staggered lang pala yung payment. Okay? So, pre-selling is perfectly for you. Okay? Pero kung gusto mo kagad ng tumira, ng tirahan, okay, i-manage natin yung expectation natin. Kailangan, ang expectation natin, kailangan maglabas tayo ng malaking pera. Usually, kapag RFO, just for the information of everyone, kailangan pong maglabas, okay, ng almost 15%. Okay, kay SMDC. Okay, aside from, of course, mag-i-issue ka pa ng mga post-dated checks. So, compute na lang natin yung 15%. Okay, let's calculate at 15, sabihin natin 5 million yung worth ng property. Okay, 15% of that is how much? Ayan, magka-calculator tayo para at least, no, to give you an idea. So, kung 5 million ang worth ng property, and then 15%, so that is around 750,000 pesos. Ayan, para matira na. Siyempre, aside from that, hindi pa natatapos yun, 750,000. Yung monthly nun, mas mataas din. Kasi nga, ready for occupancy na siya. Okay, so expect ang monthly niyan will be around 50,000 pesos and above na. Okay, unlike sa pre-selling, kita nyo may mga pre-selling tayo dito, 8,000 pesos monthly, 9,000 pesos monthly, 11,000 pesos monthly. Ayan. So, ito sana makatulong sa inyo to. Okay, as a marketing partner ng SMDC, if your client is still undecided, di ko alam kung kukuha ko ng pre-selling or ng ng tapos na. So, explain nyo sa kanila ito. Okay, para lalo nilang maintindihan. But of course, okay, ito, no, please be reminded as well. Okay? Yung iba kasi natatakot kumuha ng pre-selling kasi meron silang masamang experience. Just this is additional Okay, additional po itong information para sa inyo. Kasi depende po 'yan sa developer. Okay? Depende po 'yan. Ibang developer, unfortunately, okay, na misuse yung term ng pre-selling. If you've noticed, kasi ako mahilig ako manood ng news, no, sa Pilipinas, I've seen a lot of small time developers, no, yung mga fly by night, naku po, nakakatakot. I believe 2 months ago, 'di ba? If you're familiar with I forgot the name of the developer, no, meron silang inoffer. Okay, parang 250,000 pesos, no, pre-selling, may bahay at lupa ka na. Maraming OFW ang naengganyo. Hindi nila tiningnan kung sino yung developer nila. Naku po, ano pong nangyari? Ang daming nag-down, 250,000. Kasi saan ka naman makakakita? 250,000, may bahay at lupa ka na. Okay, it's too good to be true. Okay, kumuha sila, but unfortunately, alright, no, wala palang tinitindang ganon. So, tinakbo lang yung pera. So, maraming nagreklamo. I believe almost hundreds, no, ang natangayan ng pera. So, again, let's go back doon sa question. Yes, pre-selling is good, but also check the developer. You need to have your own study. Okay, your own due diligence. All right? Yung pag-aralan nyo, research nyo mabuti, sino ba yung developer, okay? Ano ba yung mga natapos niya, ano ba yung mga properties, ano ba yung example ng mga properties niya ng mga natapos, okay? So on and so forth. So due diligence pa. Okay? So ayan. Alright. So I hope na nakakuha tayo ng idea regarding po dito sa pre-selling versus sa ready for occupancy. So let's move forward. Ayan. So as of the moment, SMDC has a total of 72 launch project. Okay? As we speak, 2023, sold over 160,000 units and deliver 60,000 units. Unfortunately, hindi ko po i-discuss yung 72 projects na yan. Okay? Kasi abutin po tayo siguro ng isang buwan. But I'll be choosing 3 muna. Okay? Para at least, no, may offer ninyo, okay, sa mga clients ninyo. Okay? So ang push projects natin this week, okay, is tatlo. All right? Tatlong residences. Hill Residences, which is in Quezon City, Calm Residences in Santa Rosa, and Glade Residences in Iloilo City. So these 3 properties are still pre-selling at ang kagandahan po nitong mga property na ito, they are non-VAT. Okay? O ano po ba ibig sabihin ng non-VAT? Ayan, ito po yung masakit no, yung VAT. Okay, unfortunately. Oh, ang VAT pagdating po sa real estate is what? It's 12% of the list price. So to give you an idea para sa mga bago po. So ibig sabihin, idadagdag ito doon sa presyo, okay, noong property mo. Ano po ang batas. Okay? Batas po ngayon sa Pilipinas, if your property is above 3,199,200 pesos, nakakapagtaka no, may 200 pa no. So 3,199,200, okay? Pag above dyan or yan ang price ng property mo, it will be additional of 12%. Okay? Yun po yung masakit no sa VAT mapupunta. Okay, wala tayong magagawa. It's mandatory. Batas po yan sa Pilipinas. Okay, so let me just proceed po with the first property, which is Hill Residences. Ayan, can I get a number 1 po if you're still with me? Ayan, no? Teka lang, screenshot muna natin. Ayan. And also, ayan, can I get the number 1 po on the chat box if you're still with me? Ayan, para makita natin yung mga, ay, Miss Elneva, hi! Kamusta po? And from Canada, of course. Okay. Ayan. So, umpisahan natin si Hill Residence. Ayan, bakit na-skip na? Excited ang ating slide. Okay? Alright. So, ayan. So, I hope everyone sees my screen. Okay? So, ito po si Hill Residences. Again, this is napakaganda pong property. Usually, baka ang ma-discount nyo dito is almost 500,000. Okay, which I will be discussing later on yung presyo nito. So Hill Residences is located in Novaliches, Quezon City. Okay, kung makikita ninyo no, ang project details nito, ni-launch ito noong 2019, but during that time unfortunately is pandemic, okay? So this is a mid-rise building. So ang mga buildings dito is hanggang 5 to 6 floors lang. Okay? So ayan po. So total of 11 buildings. Ang turnover po nito, okay, depende po yan sa phase. So may phase 1 yan, phase 2 and phase 3. So yung phase 1 po, it's 2.5 years from now, and then yung phase 2 is 3 years. 3 years, and then also the phase 3. Okay, so approximately from 2.5 years to 3 years po ang natin dito, ang turnover natin. Pero mabilis na no, kasi yung phase 1 natin is almost finished, like 80% completion na. Baka nga po next year no, mapaaga pa yung turnover nito. Okay, so let's move forward sa ating presentation. So as you can see on the location itself, okay, napakalapit po niya sa North Luzon Expressway. And if you've heard the New Bulacan International Airport, I googled it, okay, ang travel time lang is around 30 to 40 minutes away, okay, from the New Bulacan International Airport. Ngayon, kung pupunta naman kayo ng Quezon City, okay, from Quezon City naman, 30 minutes away, okay, from the Quezon City proper, okay, yung ABS-CBN, okay, so around 25 to 30 minutes. Ngayon, kung NAIA International Airport naman, it's around 45 to 1 hour depending on the traffic. Kasi ang kagandahan sa Metro Manila right now, no, ang dami ng mga skyway, no, mga overpass, flyover, okay, na binild ng government diyan. So marabilis na yung entry and exit natin outside sa Metro Manila. So ayan po, no, okay? So aside from that, as I mentioned, no, tatlong phase po yan. Phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And as mentioned, as you can see at the bottom right of your screen, 68% po open space. So kung maraming tatanong, Sir Jobs, 11 buildings, baka naman crowded yan, okay? And makikita po natin, 68% of the property itself is open space. Ayan. Okay, so ayan po, makikita natin yung pong buildings ng Hill Residences. So meron po tayong spine road dito. You can see my cursor. Okay, ayan po yung swimming pool natin is at the middle. Ito po yung phase 1. Ito pong tatlong building na to na pa-triangle. So aside from the amenities, may mga parking spaces din yan. Of course, may mga linear parks, may basketball court, okay, which I will be showing it to you. Okay, ayan. So ito po yung mga buildings. Of course, these are already very specific. So let's move forward. Ngayon, Sir Jobs, ano ba yung mga units na available dito kay Hill Residences? Okay? So ang units na available dito ay dalawa lang. Flexi unit, tatlo pala, no? Flexi unit, okay, which is, ayan, no, makikita nyo po in front of your screen. Ayan, meron din tayong flexi unit with balcony, okay? And flexi unit yung end unit. Ibig sabihin, yung nasa dulo, yung nasa corner unit. Okay? So, tatlo lang po yan. Ang kagandahan kay flexi unit is you can decide whatever you want with your property. Katulad nga po, ayan, ito po yung itsura in front of your screen. Okay? Sa left side, yan po, bare. Okay? Ngayon, kung gusto mo ng one bedroom, pwede nyo pong gawing ganito at the middle. Suggested one bedroom layout. And kung gusto mo naman talaga i-maximize yung space to be becoming minimalist, alright, pwede nyo pong gawing two bedroom. As you can see naman, itong nasa kanan ninyo. Yan ang advantage ng kumbaga flexible unit. Okay? Ayan. Siyempre, pag tayo po ay magpapagawa ng ganyan, alright, sarili na pong gastos natin. Okay? So yan po ang advantage ng flexi units. By the way, if you have any questions, alright, kindly jot it down muna. Then later on, after the end of the presentation, yan, mag-open forum tayo. Mag-open mic tayo kung if you have any questions later on. Alright? So yan po, flexi units. Okay, undeliverables, as you can see, and may dalawa tayong bintana. Meron tiled rooms na tayo, meron na tayong lavatory, water closet, shower, so on and so forth. Okay, so bare po siya. Okay, wag po kayong mag-expect na baka Sir Jobs, nag-promise ka sa akin, okay, may gamit daw ito kasi may mga videos tayong pinapakita on the actual presentation of the client. Okay, na may mga furnitures na. May isang client, Sir Jobs, di ba sabi mo kasama na yung furniture. So hindi po, okay, bare po siya. So basic lang po yung mga deliverables natin. Ako baka mag-abono pa tayo. Okay, so ayan. So ayan po yung deliverables natin. So as mentioned, meron tayong, it's a gated community, may guardhouse tayo, may water features tayo, Central Park, which we have swimming pool, jogging path, meron tayong function room as well here. Okay, so ayan, nakita natin yung facade noong Hill Residences. It's a guarded community. Parking, by the way, is separate po. Alright, pag bumili ang client natin or kayo mismo ng unit kay Hill Residences, separate po siya. Alright? Mamaya didiscuss din natin yung magkano yung presyo ng parking dito sa Hill Residences. So we have an admin office, definitely. Covered basketball court. Ayan, linear parks. Alright, central amenity. Ito yung central amenity natin para sa lahat ng buildings. Okay? And then we have, of course, hotel-like lobbies. Alright? So sa building features natin, we have 24-hour security. Okay? Tapos meron tayo, okay? Ito kadalasan tanong, Sir Jobs, pag nag-brownout ba? Okay, meron ba tayong generator? Yes, at the bottom of your screen, nakikita niyo po backup power in residential units, isang outlet at saka dalawang light bulb. Okay, ano yung isang outlet na to? Ito yung para sa mga main appliances natin like refrigerator. Okay, para hindi masira. So, if you don't have any fridge or gusto niyo gamitin ay yung extra outlet na yon for charging, yes, pwede po. Alright? So, yung advantage natin. Ang tubig, of course, hindi po tayo nawawala pagdating kay SMDC. Meron po tayong, kumbaga, 48-hour reserve, okay, doon po sa ating water. Alright? Yan. So, di ba, usually, yan ang problema sa Metro Manila, nawawalan ng tubig at nawawalan ng kuryente. Okay? So, yan po, si Hill Residences. And aside from that, ayan, meron tayong property management. Yan, we will be discussing this property management naman sa ibang araw. Okay? So, why invest in Hill Residences? First is strategic location. And of course, it's only master plan development in the area and affordable investment. By the way, last year, Hill Residences won as the most affordable investment in Quezon City. Okay? Kasi sa makita, sa Quezon City, okay, non-VAT pa yung promotion ni Hill ni SMDC dito. Okay? Ayan. So, and we've discussed already this. Alright, yan, strategic location, malapit siya sa schools, sa mga banks, sa commercial area. Pinakamalapit na mall dito, because napapagitnaan nga ito ng SM Fairview at saka SM Novaliches, which is around 5 to 10 minute drive away. Okay? So, ayan. So, let's move forward to our next push project, which is ayan, Calm Residences. But skip. Okay, ayan. Sorry for that. Okay. So, full screen mo tayo. Ito, Calm Residences naman is in Santa Rosa City, Laguna. Okay, si Calm Residences naman, this one is still also in the pre-selling stage. Ito naman po ay 4 years po, okay, upon turnover. So around 48 months po ang payment niya. Ngayon, tatanungin natin, no, bakit magandang mag-invest kay Santa Rosa, Laguna. We all know, no, yung Santa Rosa is one of the cities na mataas po ngayon ang economic development. Kaya ang dami naman mga lahat ng developer yata may mga property at dine-develop dito sa Santa Rosa area, no. Not only specifically Santa Rosa but Laguna area as well. Okay, as you can see, no, yung mga preferred area of investment, Laguna is number 3, Metro Manila is number 1, Cebu, and then Laguna na. Okay, so yung iba nga, no, dahil because congested na, yung iba nafe-feel na congested na yung Metro Manila, nagpupunta na sila sa Laguna area, no, Pampanga area, so Bulacan area. Okay, kasi ayun na din kumbaga ng traffic at saka yung kumbaga siguro ingay, no. So ayun, explaining the rest, okay, yung the city of Santa Rosa. Ayan po, briefly pwede nating i-screenshot yan, no. I don't want to be specific on this one because I want to discuss on the property itself. All right. Si Calm Residences actually is pangatlong property ni SMDC dito sa area na ito. Okay, sa Laguna itself, meron tayo ditong Park Residences. Okay, dito. Okay, as well. So as you can see dito sa location map natin, Calm Residences is near also at in SMCT Santa Rosa. Malapit din siya sa Enchanted Kingdom. So I believe Enchanted Kingdom parang 5-minute drive lang yata, no? The last time I checked sa Google Maps. So shopping, leisure, hospitals, schools, industrial parks, nako, napakaganda po nitong location nito. Okay? And aside from that, marapit din po siya sa mga public transportation, okay? Kasi nga po, ang Laguna, 'di ba? If you've noticed, all right, since maraming na dine-develop dito sa location na ito and marami na ring mga companies and mga I believe yung isa industrial, no, industrial park nila, nagdodoble po ang population, okay, ng Laguna. Hindi po dahil nanganganak yung mga babae dito pag umaga, kung hindi, okay, yung employees or mga tao coming from other provinces, no, nagpupunta po dito sa Santa Rosa. It's either to work or to study. Okay, yan po yung nangyayari. Kaya nga po yung demand dito, okay, ng real estate is napakalaki because the supply is very low. Kaya nagde-develop dito po yung karamihan ng developers ng Philippines, including si SMDC. Ayan. So, ito po ang overview or bird's eye view ng ating Calm Residences. So, meron din po siyang amenity. Ayan. Okay, then actually this is phase 1. Okay, ang Calm Residence natin may phase 2 pa. Siguro pag lumabas yung phase 2 ng Calm Residences is definitely it's vatable na. Okay, again, this is non-VAT po, no? So it's below 3.199,200 okay, pesos. Kaya wala tayong 12% kasi yung ngayon masakit, okay? So there are limited units available. Okay, kasi last I believe kami ni Sir JP nag-check nitong availability ng Calm Residences last month, sold out, no? Pero ngayon meron na few units nung tinignan ko sa inventory, I believe it's like 20 units left. Okay, dito sa Calm Residences. Okay, so again, kompleto din, may basketball court, linear parks, swimming pools, etc. Okay? So ayan po ang project overview, okay, ni Calm Residences. So total of 17 buildings on the phase 1. Kung tatanungin niyo kung ano yung available units dito, tatlo lang din again. Studio unit, studio end unit, and 1 bedroom unit. Okay? Ayan. So ang target turnover natin, unfortunately, mamumove yan since this is 2023, no? Mamumove po yan ng 2027. Okay? Ayan po. So, nakita natin, this is the Grand Gateway. Okay, meron po tayong, again, guarded community. Alright? So, well-secured po tayo dito. You know? Safety and security ang ating utmost priority pagdating kay SMDC. It's a mid-rise building. So, four floors po siya physically. Okay? Ayan, so ito po yung garden natin. So, linear parks. Alright? So outdoor gym natin, okay, may wellness garden. Of course, basketball court, Okay? Ayan, para sa kids zone naman, meron din swimming pool, meron pong adult pool and kiddie pool. Ayan, yung mga swimming pool sa amenity area natin. Ayan, meron tayong pavilion. Okay, gazebo. So, ayan, no, napakadami po ng again, may mga function room, lahat po ng properties ni SMDC, no, may function room po tayo. Okay? Ayan, may grand lobby tayo. Ayan, sinatawag natin, no, parang hotel type lobbies, hindi lang po basta ordinary lobby pagdating kay SMDC. So, again, meron din tayo dito property management. Ayan, okay? So, sa building details, ito medyo specific na to. Let's move forward. Papakita ko lang sa inyo, no, yung unit layouts, okay, ng isang property. Okay, para mas mabilis. Okay, let's move forward. Kasi napakadaming buildings nga, no? As mentioned, it's almost 17 buildings. Okay, ayan. Okay, so sa studio unit, ganito po siya, no? It's around 17 square meter. Ito talagang pang bachelor type lang ito, no? Pang estudyante. So, as you can see, sa living area, 14 square meter and toilet and bath 3 square meter. So, total of 17.63 square meter. Ito, kung if you're planning na gusto mong since no, napakinggan ninyo na marami doong mga estudyante, marami doong mga office work, no, pwede din natin itong mag-invest tapos parentahan. So usually ang price range dito pagdating sa rental, no, is around siguro approximately from 10,000 to 15,000, okay, monthly. Okay, pero yung investment mo, yung babayaran mo monthly, it's around parang 9,000 lang. Okay, sa studio. Okay, 9,000 monthly. So, imagine, 'di ba? Meron ka ng property kay Calm Residences tapos may nagrerenta pa. So, parang self-liquidate na yung property mo, no? Na binabayaran niya na yung sariling ano niya, finances, okay? Coming from the rental income. So, ito naman po, okay, moving forward, ito naman yung studio unit. Ayan, medyo 18 square meter. Studio end unit, yung meron malapit sa kumbaga elevator or garbage room, which is yan, 23 square meter. Ito naman yung one bedroom unit. Ayan, 24.41 square meters siya. So as you can see, may living area, may room na, okay? So ito basically it's around 3.1 million din. Okay? Other charges lang which is 8.5%. Okay, pero walang 12%. Mamaya ipakita ko sa inyo yung computation. So minsan yung ibang client naliliitan, so sinasuggest ko sa kanila, ma'am, no, or sir, kuha po kayo ng 2 unit. Okay? Kasi kapag 2 unit, so 24 square meter multiply by 2, so it will be around 48 square meter kasi yun yung nire-require nila kasi nga malaking family sila. So ayan po, meron po tayong example ito, ayan, combined unit, okay, which is equivalent to 48 square meter. Ito minsan pinapakita natin sa mga client to. Okay, pero syempre depending on sa availability, kung may available pang magkatabi. All right, so that is Calm Residences para sa inyo. So let's move forward to another property. So again, no, ang deliverables po dito, it's same as the Hill Residence. So sa last property po natin, which is itong Glade Residences. Okay, Glade Residences, again, ayan, nasa Haro, Iloilo siya. Okay, full screen mode. Ayan. So si Glade Residences naman is again in the mid-rise building. So this Glade Residences will be, ang ano po niya, no, ang turnover po niya will be around 4.5 years. Okay, so 4.5 years means 52, around 54 months. Okay, 54 months doon upon completion. Okay, gandahan po dito, again, it's non-VAT kasi nga yung katabi nito, SM po, SM Iloilo. Okay, ginagawa pa lang din. And imagine kapag po ito ay ginawa na, definitely ang value po ng Glade Residences will shoot up pag natapos na yung SM dito, no, SM Mall. So ito po, no, again, it's a gated community as well. Okay, ang ating pong Glade Residences, same, no, 4-story high po siya, mid-rise building. Okay, ang kagandahan dito, it's in a premium location. Okay, ayan, as you can see, no, in front of your screen, resort-style amenities, hotel-like lobbies, master plan development, and of course, professional property management. Okay? Ito po yung vicinity map, okay, ng Glade Residences natin. As you can see, ayan, may future SM Mall development. Okay? Kaya ka po medyo mura siya. Pero as of the moment, may SM na rin naman po diyan katabi, which is half kilometer away. Ayan, ito po, makikita nyo. Yan, tapos na po yan. Pero katabing-katabi mismo, isang tumbling lang ang pagitan sa Glade Residences, tatayo po yung SM dyan. Okay, kaya grab this opportunity if you have clients no na nasa Iloilo or nasa bandang Visayas and Mindanao, they wanted no to have a property with SNDC. Grab this opportunity kasi nga po non-BAT pa siya. That is the promotion no ng ating Glade Residences. And aside from that, schools are nearby, shopping malls are nearby, and places, so churches, tourist spots, hospitals, so on and so forth. Okay? So ito po ang ating site development plan. Okay? So meron din tayong amenities, meron din tayong mga linear parks, okay, basketball court, so on and so forth. Ayan. Okay? So we have a total ito nga no na-move siya. So yung completion date niya, na-move po siya, hindi na po siya 2026. So it's like kumbaga 4.5 years from now nga po. Okay? Yan. So we have 11 total buildings with 4-story. Again, ang unit po dito, 4 studio end, 1 bedroom and 1 bedroom unit. Okay? So ayan, napakadami mapipili. Ito marami pang dito, marami pang units na available sa ating inventory. Okay? So typically ang studio unit is 17 square meter. Okay? Ayan, meron tayong 18 square meter din. Studio end is 23.51 square meter. 1 bedroom is 24.99 square meter. Okay, so yan po yung sample ng 1 bedroom na almost 25 square meter. Okay, so sa unit deliverables natin, yan, wall finishes, ayan, okay. So basic po ang ating deliverables, okay. Wala po siyang, kumbaga, hindi po siya furnished. But of course, it's laminated wood already, tiled floor, kompleto na po pagdating sa toilet, lavatory, no? Sa kitchen po natin, kompleto na rin po, meron na po din tayo mga cabinet. Diyan. So, construction update natin, ayan, no, nakita nyo pre-selling, talagang ginagawa pa lang din po. All right? So, ayan. Okay, so those are the 3 properties, okay, na na-discuss natin. Screenshot muna natin ulit kasi kanina 13 tayo, ngayon 14. Pero mamaya mag-ano din tayo, magpi-picture taking tayo. So let's go back to the presentation itself. So those are the 3 push projects for this week: Hill Residences, Calm Residences, and Glade Residences. Now let's proceed with the price kasi ito yung pinaka-importante. Alright? Pero ito, no, this is sample computation lang. I suggest sa mga business partners natin, sa mga bago natin partners dito, na kapag nagtanong sila ng presyo, huwag niyo muna ibibigay lahat-lahat. Kasi pag, of course, no, hindi natin na-discuss sa kanila kung ano yung binibili nila, no, matatakot kagad sila. No, pag nakita nila, no, 3.1 million pala yung presyo ng Hill Residences, no, thank you na lang, Diyos, wala akong ganyang pera. No, hindi natin na-explain lahat-lahat. Ma'am, yung 3.199 na yan, may discount pa yan. Na-discount niya nga yan ng 382,000. Lalabas lang, no, as you can see in front of your screen. Okay, so this is sample computation of Hill Residences. Ang promo po ngayon dito is flat top siya. Top means total amount payable. So ang total amount payable lang niya is 3 million. So makikita niyo dito, it's 28.52 square meter. Ayan, 28 parang 29, almost 29 square meter siya. Okay. Pero, okay, 3 million flat lang siya. Kahit magkano pa, kahit amenity view pa yan, kasi syempre alam naman natin pag amenity view medyo may mahal. Kahit amenity view pa yan, pero may available na unit, 3 million lang siya. Okay, kahit anong unit. Same size, okay, ng mga units doon is 28.52. 3 million lang po siya. Ngayon, ang nire-require, okay, ni SNDC is 15% down payment, which is how much? Of the 3 million. So 3,450,000 po ang nire-require. Again, hindi po ito kailangan ilabas agad-agad or bayaran agad-agad. Okay? Sabi ni SMDC, babayaran mo lang siya, of course, first ng reservation fee, which is 20,000 pesos. And then the rest, di-divide na natin for 36 months, which is around 11,944. Okay? So, di ba, no, na very affordable, no? Biruin mo, ang balanse mo na lang is 2.5 million pesos. Okay? Ngayon, itong balanse na ito, okay, dalawa po yung option natin. It's either, ang option natin dito, it's either bank, okay, or Pag-ibig. O, ang kagandahan dito, si Hill Residences is Pag-ibig approved. Okay? So kung may Pag-ibig tayo, no, Pag-ibig tayo ay nagre-remit lagi sa Pag-ibig, pwedeng-pwede po nating i-apply si Hill Residences. Kinumpit nga ko nga po ito sa isang kliyente. Sir Jobs, so I'm still 29 years old. I wanted to invest in Hill Residences. Magkano po ba pag ako po ay mag-apply ng Pag-ibig monthly? Okay, kung i-maximize mo, since ikaw ay bata pa, gawin mong 30 years to pay yung inyong Hill Residences, ang babayaran mo lang monthly doon is around 16,000 pesos. Okay? For 30 years. Okay? Ang kagandahan kasi kapag kukunin mo yung long term, ito yung hindi naintindihan ng iba. No? Yung ibang investor, ayaw nilang piliin yung mahaba, yung long term. Okay? Ito, para additional information na rin din ito para sa inyong mga business partners natin. Okay? Inform the client to choose the longest term possible. Kasi kapag longest term possible ito, okay, una, mas mababa yung babayaran. Pero, syempre, magtataka yung client. Syempre, kaya nga mababa yan, malaki ang interest niyan. Tama po ba? You agree with me, no? Malaking interest niya kasi mas matagal eh. Ang hindi nila nalalaman, ang policy kasi ng bangko sa Pilipinas is that you have an option to pay advance what? Advance premium. Okay, sorry, advance principal. Sorry, advance principal yung term. Advance principal. For example, okay, si Miss Jules ay kinuha niya yung bank financing term for 15 years, no? Magbabayad siya sa bank financing. Sabihin natin 20,000 pesos for 15 years. Dito sa balance niya 2.5. Okay? Eh si Miss Jules nakaipon siya, no, sa loob ng isang taon, meron siyang 200,000 pesos. Okay, yung 200,000 pesos na yon, option niya yon. Pwede niyang ibayad, okay, doon sa kanyang property or itago na lang sa bangko. But Miss Jules decided to pay doon sa kanyang property niya. Pero ganito yung proseso. You need to talk to your bank itself regarding your loan. Sabihin mo, I wanted to pay this 200,000 pesos advance principal to my loan. Kasi pag binayad nyo lang yung 200,000 tapos hindi nyo ina-advise na advance to principal, eh wala lang, no? Hindi nyo mababawasan yung, kumbaga, yung interest, no, nung inyong property. Kaya ka nga nag-a-advance to principal is para ma-recalculate nila yung inyong property. So instead na magiging 15 years na yung magiging babayaran mo, liliit na yan. Baka nga pagbayad mo ng 200,000, lumiit na yan, maging 13 years to pay na lang yung inyong property. Okay? So yun ang kagandahan, no, kapag long term. And also, makakatulog tayo ng mahimbing, alright? Dahil maliit lang yung babayaran natin. Yung iba kasi, no, they're expecting that malagi silang malakas. No, lagi tayong malakas. And that is what we always pray. Lagi tayong malakas, no, wag tayong bigyan ni Lord or ng any sickness, protect us from other harm, no, from sickness, okay? Kasi gusto natin matapos agad yung property natin, okay, in the shortest possible term. Pero ang question, magkano ba yung monthly mo? Okay, sa shortest possible term, I will just give you an example. Itong 2.5 million in 5 years, this is around 60,000 to 70,000 monthly. O di ba? Eh what if, okay, na-delay yung pasahod sa iyo ng employer mo? Or sabihin natin, no, nagkasakit ka. Okay, yung 70,000 na yun, no, di ba, medyo malaki yun. Hindi ka makakatulog noon kung saan ka kukuha ng 70,000. Unlike kung long term, okay, kung long term naman ang pipiliin mo, minimal lang, para ka nagre-rent to own lang, okay, ng inyong property, may mangyari man, hindi tayo makabaya, at least madali natin magagawa ng paraan. Alright? Ang kagandahan lang dito is that meron tayong option. Kapag tayo ay may ipon, yun nga yung advance to principal. Alright? So that is, kumbaga, one way of convincing clients as well, okay, na kapag kayo ay kukuha ng loan, take the longest loan or the longest term possible. Okay? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na option na advance to principal. Alright? So I hope you understand. So again, this is Hill Residences. Nakita nyo, 6.5% lang siya. Other charges, Ano yung other charges na yan? Ito po nasa kanan natin. Yung registration fee, documentary stamp, transfer of title, so on and so forth. No? Pero wala siyang VAT. Okay, ang kagandahan kasi imagine nyo yung 3 million na yan plus 12%, naku po, ang laki po niyan. Almost kalating million. Okay? So, ang monthly approximate is around 12,000 pesos. Okay? Moving forward, this is Hill Residences, no? Moving forward kay Calm Residences naman with the 24.41 square meter, it's 3.193. Okay? So mababa po siya sa threshold. Okay? Ang computation naman po dito is 20% po on down payment, which is on the 40 for 42 months, it's 16,000 pesos po monthly. Okay? Ayan. So if you wanted to elaborate on this one, please let me know, and then I will be happy to discuss it with you, no, personally, one-on-one tayo para maintindihan ito yung sample computation. Okay? So ayan, kay Glade Residences, as mentioned, it is 4.5 years. So this is 54 months. So kay Glade Residences, 24.41 square meter, 3.189 ang presyo po niya. Okay, 25 almost 25 square meter. Again, other charges lang po. Wala po siyang VAT. 8.5%, which is 271. So total of 3.4 na lang siya. Down payment of 15%. Reservation fee of 20,000. Ayan, almost 9,200 lang. Kay Glade Residences. So, ang isang one bedroom. Alright? So ayan po ang ating mga computation with Hill Residences, Glade Residences, and Calm Residences. Alright? So i-push nyo ito kasi napakaganda kasi non-VAT pa siya. Pre-selling and also non-VAT. Definitely, a year from now or 2 years from now, ayan, magiging vatable na siya. O, pag naging vatable, imagine niyo na lang, dagdagan niyo ng 12% po itong 3,189,000. Okay? So, aside from that, aside from the properties, I wanted to explain to you that we have a promo going on, a open house event. Okay, this is additional discount siya this month of September. So as you can see, okay, open house discount from September 9, 10, 16, 17, 23, 24, 30 and October 1. Anong mga properties? Discount of 25,000 for Hope, Leaf, Park Residences, South 2, and Vine Residences. Ayan, meron. And also, ayan, pag 50,000 discount naman, okay, Charm Residences, Fame, Field, Gold Residences, Phase 2 also, Gold Reso. Hill Residences is included. Okay, Lush, S Residences, Short 2, Short 3. If you have clients, okay, i-maximize natin ito. Kailangan lang makabook sila on this open house date with complete booking requirements. So on top of the discount na nakita nyo kanina, no, mayroon pa silang additional na 50,000 discount or 25,000, no, whichever property they will be getting, okay, as mentioned here on the memo. Ayan, okay? So those are the discounts. So aside from this, no, I am on our team, we will be giving away incentive. All right? So on top of your commission, okay? Ayan. So this month of September to October, we will have a seller's incentive program. Okay? So sa 20 million sales ninyo, magkakaroon kayo ng 50,000 pesos on top of your commission. O, di po ba? Ibig sabihin, kung 20 million sales, so kung magkano yung sabihin natin ng Hill Residences, kung Hill Residences is 3 million, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So pitong Hill Residences lang, no? Aside from your 3% commission, magkakaroon kayo ng additional 50,000 pesos on the spot. Okay? Coming from Team JTV. Right? To discuss further that, wag po kayong let me know. Ayan. So, ayan, patapos na tayo, no? So, why would someone pay more? Excuse me. Okay? When you buy quality, of course, expect something different. All right? And si Sir JP, excuse me. Okay. When you're buying quality, expect something different. Okay? It means All right, you are buying the future. The reason why I'm discussing this, kasi marami nagsasabi, Sir Jobs, mahal kay SMDC. Mahal compared sa other developer, okay? But you need to explain to them that they're not only buying the property, okay? You're buying what? You're buying the amenities, the security, the value appreciation of the property, the status or lifestyle, no? And also, it's a one secured investment kasi kay SMDC tayo nag-invest. But all in all, we're buying actually yung peace of mind. Alright? Kasi bakit? Sa mga properties ni SMDC, alright, kung mapapansin nyo, sa mga lugar, nagbabaha, di ba, nagba-brownout, naglilindol, pataas yung crime rate, and all, no? Sa mga properties po ni SMDC, maiiwasan po natin lahat yun. Yung kumagay yun na yung binabayaran natin. Yung 3 million na binayad natin, no? Kay SMDC, pag, for example, kay Hill Residences, hindi na tayo sumakit ang ulo. Unlike nagpagawa ng bahay. Baka yung 3 million na budget mo para sa bahay, tataas pa yan in the long run. Kasi bakit? Yung, yung inflation rate, di po ba? Yung inflation rate, yung pagtaas ng gasolina, pagtaas ng mga manpower, pagtaas ng mga materyales, pagpapagawa ng building, hindi mo na problema yun. Problema na ni SMDC yun. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung lahat in totality na yun, okay? Lahat po yun ay binayaran na natin doon sa property natin. At nakatipid pa tayo kasi kinuha natin siya ng pre-selling. Yun po yung importante dito. Alright? So, again, if we will be discussing yung mga properties kay client, wag po muna tayo mag-focus doon sa presyo. Let them, okay, pinaka-best suggestion dito, ask them for their availability, alright? And then set up a Zoom meeting. Kasi ganun po yung ginagawa natin kay client. Before I discuss the price itself, pinakahuli na yun ini-explain muna natin lahat kay client yung property. No? Kasi gusto niya makita, gusto natin makita niya na hindi lang mismo yung unit ang binibili niya. Yung 20, hindi lang mismo yung 29 or 24 square meter yung binibili niya. Kung hindi, ano yung may experience niya in the long run. Alright? So yan ang piece of advice sa inyo. Okay? So again, thank you so much everyone for our 13 participants. Maraming salamat po. And again, no, congratulations. And again, this will be our schedule for every week. Monday, we will have the training para at least ma-apply natin. Hello, Miss Remy. Nandiyan pala si Miss Remy. Okay, naka-join. Thank you so much. No, so Mondays, we will have training. Fridays, we will have investment and business talk. All right? So let me know kung if you have clients abroad. All right? I prefer one-on-one presentations sa mga clients niyo to explain everything to them. Kasi kapag group, no, minsan nahihiyang magtanong, no, sa group meetings. Pero ang kagandahan nito, at anytime, all right, 24 hours, 7 days a week, available po ako. If you have clients abroad, different time zones, I will be adjusting to them. All right? So, ngayon, open po ang ating mic and chat box. If you have questions, meron ba tayong mga question? Guys, meron ba tayong question? Miss Remy, meron ka pong question?
Wala, sir.
Wala. Ayan, si Miss Remy
Kalahati na bago ko nakapunta.
Alin po?
Hindi ko ma-open kanina. Kalahati na yung meeting patapos.
Okay lang po. Okay lang po. Walang problema. Ni-record ko naman po ito para po may share mamaya, no? Para at least makita niyo. Okay, Miss Remy. Miss Remy, by the way, no? She is an investor and also a marketing partner. Nag-invest siya kay Hill Residences, no? Kay Hill Residences siya nag-invest. So, ayan, no? Ngayon, may mga question. Jobs, yung bang mga property na diniscuss mo, pwede din bang ano yan? Pwede bang parentahan din yan? No? Like Airbnb or long term? Yes po. Pwede. As mentioned to you, yung tatlong properties po na diniscuss ko natin is in the prime location. Okay? So malapit po siya sa public transportation, sa schools, sa mga commercial areas. So napakaganda din pong parentahan yan. Lalo na kung tayo nasa abroad pa, hindi pa natin gagamitin, pwede po nating parentahan yan. Ang advantage po ng SMDC is pwede nating parentahan siya as Airbnb. Ayan, okay? Ayan, Airbnb. Ayan, may nag-question. Sige. Sige, Sir Jay, no, explain natin lang mamaya. Alright. So, sa Airbnb, okay, I believe si SMDC lang ang developer na nag-accept ng SMDC. I am not familiar with other developer, okay? Other developers, they prefer long-term. O, di ba? Hindi masyadong flexible yung property mo. O, kapag long-term yan, paparentahan mo siya ng 6 months or 1 year. Eh, paano yung, kunyari, ikaw naman ang gustong gumamit ng property. So, hindi mo siya magagamit. Kunyari, may nakatira pa sa inyong property. Unlike pag Airbnb mo pinaparenta ang property mo, advance pa lang ibubuk mo na yung own property mo. Diba? So wala na makakarenta doon. And it will be flexible kasi pwede mo parentahan ng short term and long term as well. And karamihan nga no ng kumikita at malaking pera is yung yung Airbnb. Siguro nga kahit sa isang linggo pag na-book na yung Airbnb mo baka na niya no na natapos niya na yung kumbaga yung renta niya for isang buwan, di ba? So yun ang advantage pagdating kay SMDC. Other developers po, I have no idea if they can do the Airbnb. All right? Kasi I've seen Mega World, RLC, and Ayala Land, no, they're not accepting Airbnb. So paano ikaw kung paparentahan mo yung property mo na gusto mong Airbnb sa mga kamag-anak mo or mga kaibigan mong uuwi ng Pilipinas, no, ng mga OFWs, magbabakasyon sa Pilipinas, di ba hindi mo mapaparentahan? Alright, so yung advantage. So, ayan. So, that is the advantage. Now, meron, no, katanong ni Sir Jay Lakbayan from, Sir Jay, pwede po tayo mag-open mic. Taga saan po kayo, sir? Hello, Sir Jay.
Sharjah po, sir. Sharjah po.
Sharjah, yes. Hi po. Okay, ngayon gusto ko explain yun regarding sa flipping about condo. Alright? Ang flipping ng condo, yes, totoo po. We have experience as well for 4 years here in SMDC. Meron po akong experience na actually hindi yung kliyente ko. Yung pong isang property specialist ko nakapag-flip ng condo. But this is before, okay, this is before the pandemic period. Ibig sabihin, no, para sa nakakaramihan, no, ang flipping ng condominium is ibig sabihin po nito, bebenta mo yung property mo kahit hindi pa tapos. Okay? Kahit hindi pa siya gawa. Ibig sabihin, nasa down payment stage ka pa lang, okay, pwede mo nang ma-dispose yung property mo or mabenta yung property mo. Yung rights mo, pwede mo nang mabenta. Ano yung mga conditions nito? Ang conditions nito is that what? Ang conditions nito is of course nag-appreciate na yung value ng property. Ibig sabihin tumaas na, no? And also yung availability. Alright? Availability ng unit. Tingnan niyo yung unit. Kung ang unit ay napakadami pa ng inventory, alright, sa kunyari, let's say Hill Residences, after 3 years gusto mo nang ibenta yung Hill Residences mo, pero yung availability kay SMDC marami pa, di ba, bakit sa'yo bibili yung kliyente? So, take note of that condition. Okay? So, marami tayong na-flip before the pandemic era, okay? Bakit? Kasi during that time, before the pandemic, diba, alam naman natin, okay? Let's be specific of the property. Nakapag-flip po yung kaibigan ko ng Mall of Asia property. Okay, Mall of Asia, also in Metro Manila property ni SMDC. Bakit? Kasi ang condominium po ay pwede pong bumili ang foreigner. Alright? Kahit hindi po dugong Pilipino, pwede po silang bumili. Okay? Full ownership po ito. Pagdating po kay SMDC, full ownership po. I don't know with other developer. Ngayon, during that time, before the pandemic, sa Mall of Asia, ang daming pogo. Di ba? Ang dami pong Chinese dyan kasi may mga pogo owners, mga pogo employees. Ang tatalino nito mga Chinese na ito, instead of renting kay SMDC, ang ginagawa nila, bumibili sila ng unit. And that's what my friend did. Okay, bumili ng unit, okay, yung Shore 1 Residences and S Residences and Shell Residences. No, marami po tayong residences sa Mall of Asia. Bumili ng unit, okay? Ngayon, naubos yung inventory ng SMDC. After 3 years, na-flip nila yung property. Binayaran niya yung property niya ng around 200,000 pesos. Binili sa kanya ng Chinese investor ng almost 600,000 pesos. So in the span of 3 years, di ba, tumubo siya ng around what? How much? Around 300 to 400, around 300,000 pesos. Okay? So yun po ibig sabihin ng flipping. Okay? But please be reminded right now. Okay? Ang economy po natin is still bouncing back. Alright? Ngayon nga po, hindi ko na masyadong ina-advise yung flipping natin. Okay, sa SMDC because minsan na-utilize po ng ibang agent para bumili ka ng property. Sasabihin no, excuse po Jay, no, doon po sa ibang mga properties, okay, unfortunately ginagamit po ito as to entice no to buy a premium property. But the question is, tanungin niyo yung ahente, may experience na ba sila makapag-flip right now? Wag yung before. Wag po yung before the pandemic. Kasi before the pandemic, ang bilis po. To tell you honestly, ang bilis pong makapag-flip. No? But right now, the government is stricting yung mga pogo. Sino po kasi yung usually bumibili ng mga property, no, ng mga magagandang unit or mga premium units? Sino po? Yung mga foreign investors, no, na may mga business sa Pilipinas. Right at that time, nung before the pandemic period, mga Chinese investor, no? Since matatalino sila, bumibili na silang unit. Wala na silang mabili kay SMDC kasi nga ubos ang inventory. Kanino sila bumibili? Bibili sila sa mga tulad nating nakabili na ng property kay SMDC na ang purpose is flipping. Okay? I hope you understand that. I hope everyone here, okay, kung ang flipping ang purpose mo on purchasing the property, of course, first you need to check yung mga factors na sinabi ko. All right? Yung appreciation value. Usually, ang appreciation value para ma-maximize natin yan is 10 years. Ibig sabihin, tapos na yung property mo. Okay? Tapos na yung property mo, tsaka mo siya ibebenta. Alright? Second is kung ang purpose mo naman, ibenta ito in the span of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, unfortunately, no, mahirap po sa panahon ngayon. Kasi bakit? Kung titingnan nila sa inventory, kung talagang sold out yan, alright, walang problema. Pero after 4 years or 3 years, baka may inventory pa yan. Saan bibili yung client? Siyempre, mag-go directly siya doon sa developer itself. Okay? Kasi usually, okay, yung mga ganyan po, pag bibili sila minsan, katulad kay SMDC na lang, no? Pansinin nyo po, yung mga pre-selling natin, may mga promotions, may mga discount. Okay? So ganun po ang magiging niyan, no? Magiging case niyan. So those are the factors. Again, the inventory. Third, dagdag ko na lang is yung ating economy. After 3 years or 4 years or 5 years from now, what will be the economy at that time? Alright, okay na ba? Nag-bounce back na ba? Yung government ba natin inalaw again yung mga parang pogo to put up businesses here, okay, in the Philippines? Alright? So yan, okay? Last na lang yung location siguro. Okay, yung location, pwede na. Siguro, depende nga, as mentioned nung sa Mall of Emirates, maraming pogo doon kaya madaling makapag-flip. Yung gold residences din, no, during that time ang daling mag-flip, no, nung before the pandemic kasi in the span of 2 months ubos yung unit ng phase 1 ng gold residences. But right now, no, hindi natin talaga pinupush yung flipping. We push towards towards doon sa rental. Ang flipping natin yan 10 years lang po, ma'am, no? 10 years talaga ang natin, ang time frame diyan. So ibig sabihin nakapag-bank financing ka na, 'di ba? Nasa iyo na yung titulo. So tsaka mo pa lang siya maibebenta. Okay, yung property. But to honestly to say kung pinangako sa inyo yung ito na para po sa lahat, no? Kung nangako sa inyo ng 3 years, 4 years, no? Possible, okay, kapag meron silang kilala na na broker na maraming kliyente. Okay, possible naman. Baka meron sila talagang buyer, okay? Na meron silang mga list ng mga buyers ng mga ganyang property. Okay, pero sa ngayon based on our experience kay SMDC po, no? Hindi ngayon nga, 'di ba? Sino po dito matatagal na? Miss Ena, hello po. From Canada. Miss Ena? Can you hear me po? And si Miss Ena, by the way, she's from Canada, our marketing partner there. Kasabayan niya po, no, during the time of the pandemic, kumuha si Miss Ena ng gold residences. Ang purpose at that time nung ibang mga kasabayan niya is flipping din, no? Okay, no, tapos after 2 years, 3 years, gusto na nilang i-dispose. Ngayon bumabalik sa akin, Sir Jobs, pwede ba na ba nating i-flip yung property? So ang reply ko sa kanila, unfortunately, right now, hindi pa po tayo makapag flip ng property because all of the major players or all of the major investors, okay, ay na ano, no, na umalis na sa Pilipinas kasi nga because of the Pogo. Okay? So buti na lang si Miss Ena, ang purpose niya is for rental, okay, doon sa gold residences. Okay? So yung iba talaga ay hindi natin may flip. So ngayon, so what they do is what? Is Maseda Law. O Maseda Law for everyone, yung Maseda Law po is makukuha mo yung 50% nung hinulog mo, okay, sa inyong property kapag nakabayad ka ng 2 years. Yan. So we push doon po. Welcome po. Welcome po, Jay. No? So pinupush natin yan for rental as of the moment yung mga properties. And napakadali no kapag ikaw ay nagpaparenta na, pinaparenta mo, kumita ka na, and then after 10 years, benta mo, tumubo na, nag-appreciate na yung value ng property mo. So, kumbaga, double income yun, no? Para sa iyo, naparenta mo na at di ba na naibenta mo pa, no? Ng doble do sa price na pinurchase mo. Okay? So, yan, thank you so much Jay for the question. Ngayon may question, Sir Jobs, yung DP po na 15%, ilang percent po pwede idagdag before mag-proceed sa bank financing? Example, meron ako extra budget na pandagdag dun sa DP. Pwede ko ba padagdagan ang last DP payment ko? Okay. To understand your question po, Sir JP, is ang nire-require lang po kasi ng bangko, lalo na ka-tie up natin, no, sa pagdating po kay SMDC, no, ang ka-tie up natin is si Banco de Oro. Alam naman natin, no, na si BDO pagmamayari ni SM dyan. Ang nire-require lang ni Banco de Oro kapag si SNDC ang ilo-loan natin is 10%. O di ba? Wala pong bangko ang tatanggap. Alright? Na 10% except si Banco de Oro pagdating lang kay SMDC. Okay? Pero ginagawa ni SMDC, pinapalakihan na yung ating down payment which is yung 15%. Para nga naman pagdating sa bank financing, konti na lang yung ating ilo-loan. Ayan po. Ngayon, ang question nyo, magkano ba yung pwede mong idagdag, no? Kung gusto mong pasobrahan yung 15%. Depende po sa inyo yan. Kung gusto mo nga kalahati na lang, no, para nabayaran mo 50%, pwedeng-pwede po para mas maliit na mas maliit na lang yung bayaran mo sa bank financing. Wala pong problema doon, okay? May mga kung may units ka, ang monthly mo is 8,000. Gagawin mong 15,000 monthly ang binabayad mo para sobra ng sobra, no? Matapos mo yung payment stage, okay? Wala pong problema. Kung ang purpose mo is matapos yung down payment stage at maliit lang ilo-loan mo, yes, that is a good strategy. Okay? Gawin niyo po yun. Kasi nga, okay, para mas maliit na lang yung ilo-loan natin through bank financing. Okay, mas malaki pong maitutulong noon. At mas malaki din yung chance na ma-approve tayo sa bank. Okay? So always remember, pagdating sa bank financing, marami pang i-check yan. Lalo na kapag hindi natin ka-tie up. Alright? I'll just give you an example. I have one client, okay? Before, hindi siya kumuha sa akin, nagtanong lang, nag-inquire. Sir Jobs, kumuha ako kay Federal Land, no, ng property worth 5 million. Nagloan ako sa sa BDO kasi hindi niya ka-tie up, no, Federal Land at BDO. Nire-require sa akin is 20% payment, okay? Pero nung chinek nila yung aking bank financing, hindi daw ako approve. No, hindi daw ako approved for bank financing. Kasi bakit? O magkano yung ilo-loan niya? Ang ilo-loan niya is around 4.5 million pesos. Single mom siya. Alright? So hindi pasok. Kumbaga, ang required doon sa 4.5 million pesos na ilo-loan niya, ang kailangan ang salary niya is pumapatak ng around 150,000 pesos monthly. O di ba? So those are the factors, okay, na kailangan natin intindihin. Pag sa mga clients, okay, walang problema. Okay? pagdating kay SMDC. Bakit? Kasi si SMDC, pagdating ni BDO kay SMDC, masyado siyang flexible. Ang gagawin lang ni BDO, kunyari BDO to SMDC, sasabihin lang ni SMDC, ma'am, sir, magawa na lang po tayo ng co-buyer or co-owner. Ayan, ibig sabihin, co-buyer or co-guarantor, no? Magdadagdag po tayo doon sa pangalan, no? Doon sa kung sakaling single ka, magdadagdag lang tayo ng ibang pangalan, okay, para madagdagan yung monthly income at ma-approve tayo sa bangko. Okay, yun ang advantage kapag may ka-tie up tayo. Alright? Mas flexible kung baga. Kasi nga si Banco de Oro is nandyan para sa atin. Okay? So I hope that is clear po, no, para sa atin. Alright? Okay? So ayan, most welcome Sir JP para din sa mga additional information sa mga clients natin. Okay? Again, tinuturo po natin yung mga strategy nito kasi much flexible po yan kasi gusto natin, no, matapos yung client natin ng kanilang property. And of course, alam ko lahat po dito may mga property din, no? May mga properties din ng SNDC. O katulad ni Miss Elneva, may nakaka-receive na ng mga commissions 'yan, okay? O aside from sa mga natin ng mga marketing partners natin abroad, yung commission nila, alright, pinambabayad na nila saan? Sa condominium nila. Alright? Si Miss Ena, hindi ko alam kung magkano na yata nare-receive. Almost 100,000 na rin yata nare-receive ni Miss Ena eh. Okay? Ayan. Sir Jaws, pag mayroon po client na gusto po kumuha pero ang reservation po di niya kaya, pwede po ba natin gawin po yan? Hatiin? Ayan. Unfortunately, Sir, ayan, dalawa ba? Okay, Sir JP, no? Wala naman pong problema. If the client okay, gaganitong gagawin natin paraan. Kung gusto talaga ng client, gusto mo Sir JP, hati na lang tayo doon sa kalahati. Kasi yung reservation fee po talaga, kailangan niyang buo. Alright, kailangan niyang buo. Pero since our intention is to help the client, minsan, no, tayo na mismo nag-aano din tayo, nagbibigay din tayo ng kumbaga ng tulong sa client. And what's one way of helping the client is, sige, sir, para lang po ma-reserve natin yung inyong kliyente, para lang makuha niya yung gusto niyang unit kasi baka kumpleto na nga yung pera niya, pero yung unit na gusto niya wala na. So, tulungan natin. Sige, paghatian natin yung kalahati ng reservation fee kasi kailangan po talaga reservation fee is buo. Okay? So wala pong problema. Let me know lang, Sir JP, gagawa natin ng paraan yan. Pero pagdating po kay SNDC, kailangan po buo. Okay, walang problema naman, no? Baka abunuhan pa ni Miss Jules. Hingi tayo ng finances kay Miss Remy. Miss Remy, makihingi kami ng finances na pagdating. Wala pong problema, gagawin po natin ng paraan yan, no? Kasi ang purpose natin, Sir JP, the reason why we're here is to help the client. Okay, natawa to si Miss Remy. So gagawa natin ng paraan yan, alright? Pero pagdating kay kay SMDC, kailangan full. Alright, full po yan. Alright, so kung may mga questions pa, ayan, no, na naman, no. Ako na naman ang tinuro mo, Miss Jules. Okay. Ayan, so again, para sa mga marketing partners na natin narito, lalo na doon sa may mga properties, gawin po natin ito. Okay, kasi ito po ay napakaganda pambayad. Kapag imagine itself, no, if you have sold or closed a 5 million worth of property, that's 150,000 already, no commission para sa inyo. So yung 150,000 na yun, parang sahod na yun ng katumbas ng isang empleyado sa Pilipinas sa loob ng isang taon. Ito, no, na nasarado lang natin siya gamit ang ating laway. Alright? Okay, so yun ang natin, ang i-focus natin. Yung 150,000 na yun, malaking tulong na rin yun pagbabayad doon sa ating property. Okay? And that is what some of our business partners are doing. Some of the major contributors sa ating team, okay, ng mga business partners natin, ay hindi na sila almost naglalabas ng sariling nilang pera, okay, galing sa kanilang bulsa, pambayad sa property nila. Ang nagbabayad na ng property nila is yung commission nila. O, di ba? And that is my help to you as well. Okay? Hindi po kayo mag-explain sa client. Alright? Hindi po kayo mag-full presentation kay client. Ako po. Alright? So kung nandyan lang kayo sa tabi kasi you will be introducing your client to me and ako na po ang bahalang mag-explain sa client ninyo. Alright, as simple as that. But again, ang ano natin naman number one strategy natin, alright, huwag muna natin silang bibigyan ng presyo. Okay, kasi baka magulat yan eh. Kasi usually tama, ano naman talaga eh, yun ang tanong ng client eh, no? Sir Jobs, magkano po ba Sea Hill Residences? Without explaining to the client, sabihin ko sa kanya ng 3 million. 'Di ba? Kahit po kayo siguro, atras. 'Di ba? Atras, matatakot. So, what you suggest, ang binibigay natin strategy, ang monthly po nito is around 12,000 pesos. To explain further, okay, about the details of the property, may I invite you to have a Zoom meeting, okay, or personal meeting. Okay, nandito po tayo sa UAE. Ayan, pwede po natin silang kitain. If they're in Emirates, no, like Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, okay, yan, pwede po natin silang i-meet at i-presenta ng property. Okay, ngayon kapag naintindihan na nila, makikita nila, ay ganun ba? So sa tingin niyo ma'am, yung 3 million, is it does it make sense dito sa property? O sir, mura pa nga ng 3 million, 'di ba? Quezon City tapos non-VAT pa. 'Di ba? So yun po yung ano dito, no, yung strategy natin. Kailangan ma-meet natin yung client ninyo through Zoom. Ako po mag-explain lahat-lahat tayo kapag nag-close natin yung deal, no, yung commission po ay mapupunta sa inyo. So that is my help para sa team natin. All right? So, ayan, maraming salamat po. And of course, we have kung wala ng question, sige drop nyo lang diyan. Meron tayong last na kailangan kong i-discuss. All right? Ano ito? Okay, ito po. Si Lee Min Ho. Alright? Para sa mga karamihan dito na merong kumbaga interested ma-meet si Lee Min Ho ng mga clients niyo. Actually, hindi para sa ating mga sellers, no? Para sa mga client. Alright? Ito na lang po. Papakita ko po. Okay, sino si... Ayan. Alright? So, October 15, darating si Lee Min Ho. Alright? Of course, ang brand ambassador ng SMDC sa SMX Convention Center. But I'd like to explain to you, pwede yung mga client ninyo, pwede natin silang pa-meet, okay, kay Lee Min Ho. O, ano yung procedure? Ito lang, simple lang. Starting from September 18, okay, which is today. Ayan. O, dalawang invite ang pwede nilang makuha if they will book, alright, sa mga following properties. Ano to? Ayan, ito po sa baba. Gold Residences, Glam, Hill, Hope, Ice Red, Leaf, Light 2 Sale, and Sands Residence only. In the condition of what? 65,000 pesos po ang reservation fee. But wag kayong mag-alala. Okay, itong reservation fee naman is deductible on the property. Hindi po mapupunta yan sa akin, hindi po mapupunta yan sa ano no, sa ahente or sa mga sa nag-invite sa inyo. Magpupunta po yan doon mismo sa inyong property. Okay, and after that, syempre no, magkakaroon sila ng dalawang invitation. Ayan, on what? Again, on October 15. No, dalawa lang po dalawa lang po ang invitation, okay? Dalawa lang, okay? Pero as mentioned, this is for 300 units only kasi limited seats lang tayo, 600 units. Okay, so kung may mga kliyente kayo, gusto kumuha ng Hill Residences, gusto nila na ma-meet si Lee Min Ho, okay? Instead of 20,000 reservation fee, 65,000 ang reservation fee pero deductible naman ito no doon sa kanilang unit, and it will be less what? It will be magiging mababa yung monthly kasi nga nadagdagan yung ano may unang bayad mo. Okay, but they will be eligible okay for 2 invitations. Ayan, okay? So, I hope no nakuha natin yung concept no. Pwede po maging jowa si Lee Min. Miss Rem, siguro sabi ni Lee Min Ho, kailangan siguro kumuha pa ng 3 unit. Pwede na daw. But kidding aside, no? Ayan, first 2 lang po ba sa team natin? I mean, ano po first 2, Sir JP? First, hindi po, no? Limited lang ito. Ibig sabihin, sa buong SMDC ito. Okay, hindi po sa ating team ito. So for, ano to? Dalawang first 2 lang po ba? What do you mean first 2? First 2 doon sa na makakuha ng unit? Hindi po So this is for the whole SMDC organization. Itong ano na to, no, 600 seats na ito. So hindi lang tayo sa Team JPV. But if you have clients nga, no, we can push na makakuha siya ng invitation if they would like to. Pero kung nasa Pilipinas po ito, ha, sa Pilipinas po, hindi po dito sa Middle East. Kailangan po nilang umuwi kung sakaling nandito po sila, kumuha din sila dito sa Middle East. All right? Yes, correct. The 600 system. Okay. So again, thank you so much. If you don't have any questions, all right. Power mamaya makaisip kayo, please feel free to message me, and then of course I will entertain your questions. So again, let me remind, Monday training, Friday is investment and business talk. So you can bring po your clients, no, your prospective clients na makinig doon po sa ating meeting. All right. Okay. So again, thank you so much everyone for listening. Maraming salamat po, and God bless us all. Thank you so much everyone.